is the liquid of life. We all need it to survive. Water, choose water first, water. We all know it in precious, should be enjoyed by all of us. Talking about water, choose water first, water.
This week, we're taking you on a journey which dates back well over 100 years to the origins of Barbados' water supply. The Barbados Water Authority is today the entity responsible for providing you, our valued customers, with a clean and consistent supply of water on a daily basis. But that wasn't always the case. Dr. John Mwansa, technical advisor, shares his wealth of knowledge on the history of the management, operation, and maintenance of water supply systems in Barbados. He says the first public supply dates back to 1856.
Before that, the supply was from private wells, springs, or ponds. So people had to go to springs to collect water. And then government signed one contract with a private company to provide water to Bridgetown. And that's first public supply source is in Newcastle Woods in St. John. It's called Ben Spring. That brought water into Bridgetown, with the first standpipe being at a public library. That was all gravity feed through the St. George Valley. Eventually, that pipeline was extended as far as Whole Town. So when you look at the maps, when they handed over the assets to the Waterworks Department in 1895, when government got involved in water supply, you are actually going to see that pipeline extending from Newcastle through St. George Valley, up along Highway 1, all the way to Whole Town. The two companies, one was to supply water to Bridgetown, and the second company was to supply water to the rural areas up to the 800-foot contour. So if you lived above the 800-foot contour, there was no establishment to provide water to you still. You were still dependent on your own source, springs or whatever.
Dr. Mwansa takes us back to a time when government wasn't initially in the business of providing water. He revealed what made the administration of that day change course.
There was a drought, and the two companies started looking for augmenting the supply, because the volume that they were getting from Ben Spring was not enough to meet their obligations under the contract with government. The same was the case with the other second company that was supplying water to the rural areas. So they both ended up at Bomerston. The one that was supplying water to Bridgetown got there first, and the well that will go down today is the one that was used then to supply water from a cave. The second company came and built a station upstream of that station, and so of course they got into conflict, because if you're pumping upstream, you affect downstream. And the two companies ended up in court, and the government eventually bought over the two companies in 1895 and created the Waterworks Department. So that is the history of water supply. The Waterworks Department was in operation from 1895 until the Barbados Water Authority Act was passed in 1980. And then the Water Authority as an establishment started operating from 1982.
That's just the beginning of the journey. Find out more about the history of Barbados' water supply right here on Water Wednesdays. To view this or a previous episode again, please visit our website www.barbadoswaterauthority.com. You can go to our Facebook or Instagram pages for additional content and information, or just subscribe to our Water Wednesdays channel on YouTube. You can find us there.